Greetings, salutations, and welcome to Creation ModCon 2026, our 6th year, which means we are celebrating our Iron Anniversary. And it seems that soon you will hear the sweet music of the clashing of iron from all of the exciting mods we have for you this year. And whilst we are talking about traditions, coming back for another year, we have two of the best Elder Scrolls YouTubers in all of YouTube land. First, we have the Antipodean Adonis Scott from Fudge Muppet.
Thanks, Captain Stu. You know I wouldn't miss the magic and mayhem of Creation ModCon if I can help it.
Thanks, Scott. Always a hoot to have you. And talking of mayhem, let's welcome back everybody's favourite son of Erin. It's Mickey Flippin' D.
That's right, I'm back again. That was almost a threat. I must be getting good at these because they always seem to be asking me back. I look forward to doing another 10 of them until the next Elder Scrolls game comes out. Oh, by the way, Captain Stu, I brought a few of my pals from YouTube land, if that's alright. I just opened up the clown door and they all pile out.
You what?
Yeah, let's see, who've we got here? Oh, there's Magica Addict. How you doing, my man?
Hey Mickey, today I'll be role-playing as a creation mod MC. Wish me luck.
Pah, you don't need luck, forget about it. Oh look, Captain Stu, there's Savley over in the corner. Savley, hello my man, how are you doing?
Hey everybody, I'm happy to be part of the lore of the legendary Creation ModCon. Can't wait to get started.
Mickey, how did you manage to get all these people in here? It's a bit cramped.
Oh, pish posh, my old cocker. They're really making me say that. Plenty of space for everybody, isn't there? Oh, look, Arcane Impact was here all the time. Probably.
I've been here the whole time. That's right, Mickey. You guys accidentally locked me in here last year. I've had to survive by eating small bits of wallpaper and foraging for carpet.
Right? There's barely any room for activities.
Is that Professor Boondoggle, Mickey? You have a lot of explaining to do.
Well then, you better let me begin with what to expect on day one of Creation ModCon 2026. We kick off this year's show with a visit to the Iliac Bay and a progress update from those lovely Beyond Skyrim people.
Then we sail from shore to the mysterious isle of Beyond Skyrim's Roscrea.
And then beyond Skyrim take us from the chilly north to the tropical south with Elsewhere.
And we set sail once more, but this time for a new update from the returning Esronia team after their debut at Creation ModCon 2024.
Then we return to mainland Tamriel and rejoin Beyond Skyrim in the marshes of Argonia.
Then we return north to the Heartlands and Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil for what should be a very exciting update.
Then the Beyond Skyrim team takes us to my old stomping grounds with their Morrowind team. Very exciting.
And we finish our first day of Creation ModCon 2026 with something a bit different. The super exciting Vampire the Masquerade mod for Skyrim called Reawakened. An action-packed first day for sure, but I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Forgetting something like us?
Aha, of course, the old gang, Trendane and Renara.
We were stood behind you the entire time, you silly goose.
A silly goose indeed.
And on that note,
Let's begin Creation ModCon 2026.
Alright, Professor Boondoggle, is that the tranquil sounds of waves I hear emanating from our first segment of this year's Creation ModCon?
That's right, Mickey. So let's catch up with those delightful folks at the Beyond Skyrim team and see what's happening in the Abyssinian Sea. I'll grab my towel.
You have no idea what lies just on the other side of that border. Beasts, brigands, and dark magic. And at the center of it all are always the Reachmen.
Much of Snowline is built on top of older ruins. This land has changed hands many times, like so much of the Reach. We of the Werewolf clan guard this valley now, as the real daughters and sons of Yolachan. This place is ancient and hallowed. Deep magic flows through this land just like blood flows through our veins. But a time of war has reached our valley. Together with Clan Kolakal, we must protect each other from the growing hunger of Rowan the Snake. The fate of the whole Reach depends on this.
Tell me this, outsider. How was a kingdom born? Did Tiber Septim wait for his empire to be made for him? No. He took it by the sword. We will never be liberated by waiting for the perfect time. Today is the time to start rallying the clans under one banner. Thousands might die, but that means generations of Reachmen will be free. Any real Reachman would gladly pay this price. Dagger's crazed time in the sun approaches, outsider. Heed my words.
As you can see, my plans have progressed. Thanks to you.
Strosmakai, my own little slice of paradise. She was almost swallowed whole by the war with Somerset. Then my brother Arij and I united the pirate crews around the Abyssinian and beat them back. Now he is gone, and I carry on his legacy. What can be said for the Jewel of Hammerfell? There is Ram, there is sun, there is everything a Raga could want. She is warm, serene, and quite good for trade. Just be careful of where you go and what you eat. One taste could cost you your soul.
What in oblivion is that?
Hey, you! You're finally awake. You were trying to learn how to mod, right? Walked right into that crash. Same as us, and that writer over there.
Damn you, level designers! The creation kit was fine until you came along. Everything ran nice and smoothly. If you hadn't been placing doors everywhere, I could have already implemented the dialogue and been halfway done with my quest mod. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be involved in this mess. It's these people that cause all these crashes.
We're all just trying to learn how to mod.
You should try the Arcane University.
And what's wrong with him, huh?
That's one of the Beyond Skyrim developers. Or was it Skyblivion? Skywind, one of the big ones.
I wish I'd been part of one of those projects. But how can I? I barely know how to open the game. Where are they taking us?
Where we can learn how to mod. The Arcane University awaits.
What? That public Discord server anyone can join?
That's the one. They train people.
Really?
To a level where you can contribute.
Huh? What am I waiting for?
That's right. Curricula for every department of development. Free of pressure.
Well, this sucks.
8.
Maybe we can bargain for it.
Typical. Mickey D and Professor Boondoggle get to do the intro for a delightfully sunny place like the Iliac Bay, and where do the Beyond Skyrim team send us, Magic Addict?
To the cold, cruel, and just very creepy island of Roscrea. A place full of giant surprises and mysteries. Let's see what we can find up north with Beyond Skyrim Roscrea.
There they are again, the lovely Isles of Roscrea. It has been a while since the wheel last turned upon them, no? Let's have a look at what we have been working on for the last few months, and discover what has changed, and what progress has been made. At the beginning of our workflow, mind that all departments work in parallel, we have writing, which, well, we completed a good while ago.
Unless something has slipped past both the writing and the editing departments, writing has wrapped up with but one singular exception: the Roskrian Dictionary. The reason for this is the Roskrian language, Roskray. As the Roskrians will be speaking partly in this custom language, we would like to complete a Roskray pronunciation guide first, so that the voice actors lending their voices to the natives will actually be able to consistently pronounce words such as Insiskik, Eilhviv, or the all-time favorite, Effine Urdifelkrot. After all, it would be quite strange to hear these words pronounced differently by the same person during different quests or scenes. The guide's already work in progress, but as so often, we don't have many people working on it, so things are taking a bit of time. Once the pronunciation guide has been completed, literature will be able to wrap up writing as well, meaning all 134 books will be able to find their way onto the Roskrian shelves. Next, we will focus on the art department, which can be divided into concept art and 3D art respectively. Concept art is, well, the art of concepting things. They are the ones actually drawing and designing patterns, houses, architectural styles, and coming up with all the fun shapes that swords, armor, and wardrobes come in. Thanks to the so-called Get It Done event we held a while ago, concept art is almost done, with the last few pieces either being already worked on or they are completely optional wishlist items that would be nice to have. If you're curious as to what they are, here is a quick teaser. After a particular asset has been concepted, it then goes onto the to-do list for the 3D department. They are the ones who turn it from a pretty drawing into an actual model with textures, which will later be implemented. Not counting all the wishlist tasks, 3D is left with about 11 things they need to model. But it should be noted that, for example, one entire armor set still only counts as one task. Here's a quick teaser once again. If you're curious as to what precisely everything actually is, wait for Christmas in September. Once an asset is modeled and implemented, more on that in just a minute, the next step is for level design to place it into a dungeon or into the world. Curiously, level design is currently Roskria's biggest bottleneck. We are still missing a handful of dungeons that are to be visited during the larger questlines of Roskria. These dungeons are a bit on the larger side of things, but that doesn't mean that all the small dungeons are completely done yet either. While about half of all dungeons are fully complete, the remaining half require either minor touch-ups or serious reworking. For the exterior level design, meaning everything in our Roskrian overworld, the vast majority has been completed, and is merely waiting for our curious little QA testers to find all the floating rocks, invincible cabbages, and barrels that were locked on accident. This includes nav meshing, the art of making sure the NPCs are not playing the ground is lava. By hand placing available paths the NPCs can take, they will be able to actually walk around and follow the player. If you've ever stood on a rock in Skyrim and you had the giants just walk around it, yeah, that's the nav mesh being funky. Beyond a small number of areas, one major region, the icy middle of Roskria, is the one that will still need considerable work. Well, there is one more, the capital of Roskria, Frulthul. Frulthul itself will benefit from two planned changes. For one, we are redesigning Frulthul Keep. The keep is right now using a retexture of the Nord Temple, built into a mountainside. As Frulthul Keep will be the Roskrian equivalent of Dragon's Reach or the Palace of Kings, we think it deserves a unique look. Beyond that, the last task we can find for Frulthul is the inclusion of a paved road and stone floors for the city. Frulthul City and its keep is also currently keeping the implementation department on its toes. Implementation has been exceptionally active this year, and it shows. Thanks to our implementation leads, we actually have a dedicated roadmap and a spreadsheet detailing the progress. As it stands, 17 side quests of 24 total side quests and 38 of 46 miscellaneous tasks have been fully implemented and are awaiting testing and bug fixing. Of the 24 quests that are tied to a quest line, 14 are also fully complete, while 5 are still waiting for their respective dungeons to be completed. And now, try to guess which big Dragon's Reach-like structure is where quite a few quests begin, take place in, or end. Needless to say, the keep itself has been bumped to high priority while the team tackles the completion of Frulthul. And once the city is done, there's a very large chance we'll be showing it off in the near future, as Frulthul has historically been one of those areas that hasn't seen a lot of coverage. Of course, even when everything has been implemented properly, that doesn't mean that development is done. Both the sound design department as well as the QA department have been slowly but steadily working on their tasks. While the sound designers are currently giving all the weird and wonderful new creatures their own identity through sound, QA is turning over every pot and every stone within the larger area of Crane Shore, testing the level design as well as the implementation of quests and NPCs. It should be mentioned that the QA department has only really started last year, and the department itself would welcome more activity going forward. As other projects are also performing QA at the same time as Roscrea, our available members are more than just stretched thin. And well, that's pretty much where Roscrea currently stands. If you're interested in helping us wrap up the final tasks, consider joining, be it level design, 3D art, sound design, or implementation. Every pair of hands counts. Should you be a voice actor interested in joining, please wait until a proper casting call is made through the Beyond Skyrim social media. And if you think you still need a bit of practice before trying to join Roscrea, consider hitting up the Arcane University, a place where you can learn and practice.
What in oblivion is that?
There is only so much that illustrations and artwork can contribute to a modding project. Without a 3D artist to create models and textures based on the concept art provided to them, we'd only be interacting with digital cardboard cutouts. The 3D art course of the Arcane University is designed to give you an exhaustive guide on picking up the workflow used by professional 3D artists. Complete beginners are pointed to a variety of different tutorials, whereas adept artists have the ability to test their skill on assignments curated by the teachers.
It's Parthenax.
Welcome on board. If this Dreamsleeve transmission has made it onto your soul gem, then let me be the first one to say, Congratulations! You are now eligible for an all-inclusive vacation at the Harrowfang Mire. Before you set sail into the Sea of Ghosts, please experience this transmission fully to learn more about this most exciting journey you will soon be forced on.
Does this mean I can finally get to see the enigmatic and almighty necromancer?
No, not yet. As shown on this table, you are soon setting foot onto the Harrowfang Mire, a student collaboration project hosted and developed by the Arcane University. But as this isle is still under construction, such a large endeavor cannot be completed overnight. The story of the Harrowfang Mire is the story of one individual's hard work, magical prowess, perseverance, vision, love for desserts and pastry, and their inability to handle heartbreak. Chapter 1. From Humble Beginnings. After their separation from Morrowind's very own Vivek, the necromancer sought to flee the heartbreak and constant warring of Tamriel. Once an accomplished sailor and cartographer, the necromancer soon set sail alongside a crew of very merry men to reclaim the isle, known as the Harrowfang Mire, for themselves. Centuries have since passed, and the necromancer, having rejected countless vampiric advances, remains alone within their castle, surrounded by their thralls and countless pastries. Be it the famous Hierarchian poppy seed cake or the sweet strawberry galettes of Valinor. Chapter 2. The Mire Today. Situated alongside the Thracian underbelly current, the weather of the Mire is a foggy and misty one. Thanks to the warm waters of Yakuta that pass through Thras and alongside the Tamrielic coastline, the Mire experiences exceptional humidity as the warm water meets the freezing gale of Atmora. This unique situation has made the Mire an exclusive destination for travel and vacation. Visitors frequent the Mire's many mud baths, delighting in the swampy yet exotic atmosphere. Additionally, the Mire is host to a plethora of informative and exciting events. Visitors may hit it up with the Harrowfang Mire's very own Party Pirates at the Party Pirate Peninsula, or charter a boat ride to the nearby Werewolf Love Island with Skeleton Sally's spooky ship services. And should you be of the undead persuasion, the Mire's brilliant barkeep, Lavender, keeps a vast selection of select sanguine refreshments at your service. Traveling to the Harrowfang Mire is a unique experience, and there are many fellow visitors, travelers, people who got lost, and suitors vying for the heart of the necromancer, many of which have set up a permanent residence on the Mire. Chapter 3. Traveling there.
Does that mean I get to play the mod now?
No, you cannot head there just yet. The mod, developed by the students of the Arcane University, is still in development. You will first have to get accustomed and understand the Mire's very own phrase, Apple.
Apple?
Once you understand the importance of Apple, you will understand your place in the larger Skyrim modding community. But what does Apple mean? It is actually a carefully organized code. Watch closely. Arcane. Projects. Provide. Learning. Experiences.
Oh, Apple!
Seems like at least one person has gotten the hang of it now. It is time for a quest. Observe this humble Khajiit. If we remember Apple, we might be able to figure out why she is here.
This one would like.
Do you think she is going to A. Ask for the release date of Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil? B. Demand the immediate release of Skywind or else the Argonian gets it? Or C. Wonder how they could join the Arcane University to become a better modder?
To know where she can learn how to mod.
Ah, Apple, you never disappoint. Apple invites Skyrim enthusiasts to try their hand at creating their own new land mods. It's a project that you, yes, you, can partake in. The Harrowfang Mire has been in development since March this year, but we are still nowhere near done. With the exception of writing, we are still looking for artists, level designers, implementers, voice actors, sound designers, and bug finders to complete the Harrowfang Mire over the course of the year, maybe until early next year. So, what are you waiting for? The Arcane University awaits you!
What in oblivion is that?
Well, this sucks.
Scripts for the quest lines and dialogue, voice-acted lines, and modeled assets are all important. But what use is there if nothing is in the game? And that is where implementation, the most varied and all-encompassing department, comes along. As implementation is such a broad topic, the Arcane University's implementation course is split in 3: quests and dialogue, mechanics, and asset implementation, each with their own tutorials and assignments that a student may work on.
Sir, Cadwell, yes, indeed, a pleasure.
Another wonderful showcase this year from Beyond Skyrim Roscrea, but I think a change in climate will have me feline just perfect. Don't you think, Savle?
A wonderful idea, Scott. And I know just the place, so let's head to the south of Tamriel to join up with Beyond Skyrim's Elsewhere project.
Welcome to the 2026 showcase for Beyond Skyrim Elsewhere. Since our last ModCon appearance, we are happy to announce significant work in our writing and 3D departments. As these additions cannot quite be properly played through yet, our team has decided to instead present you this montage of some of our areas of progress. Elsewhere's pre-release, The Greater Rim, currently includes the cities of Riverhold, Rimmen, and the lands around them. There, you will find villages, natural caves, camps, industrial sites, and farmland inhabited by the Khajiit, Rimmenese, as well as both Dominion and Imperial occupants. Our writing department has been fleshing out these secondary locations, creating their quests and characters. Working settlement by settlement, our writers and editors have been making steady progress on the region, while level design follows in their steps to build the locations as they get further defined. Thanks to our newly updated Khajiit farmhouse set, the rural Khajiit villages and farmland are being placed in our overworld, with their interiors ready to be furnished. Already available for the task are sets of cushions for seating and bedding, as well as a huge variety of clutter relating to crafts, cooking, and relaxing, with full furniture sets on the way. Designed with the wildly different morphologies of the Khajiit in mind, their furniture integrates the communal aspect of Khajiit clan cultures, both nomadic and sedentary, and the daily aspects of their lives. Another recent addition present in rural Elsewhere are the crops native to the region. This new selection of plants and their fruit are adapted to the harsh climate of Anaquina, with their thick roots and sometimes gnarly thorns. The writing department has also been busy with the generic dialogue you will hear all around the province, from combat voice lines to merchant greetings. Among these generics, the guard dialogue for an important location has been fully completed and marks a first step toward NPC implementation. Some of our new 3D assets cannot quite be properly showcased yet. like this set of Rimini furniture. The set, fully completed, is not made for the rough walls and hangings of the Khajiit farm interiors seen here, but for the cold elegance of the Rim and its capital city of Rimmon. Despite its luxurious red wood and highlights of gold and glass, it is only for the Rimonese middle class. The highest class of Rimmon's furnishings are even more ostentatious, with complex details in their shaping and ornamentation. Keep watching until the end of the showcase. We've got more information on Rimmon's houses on the way. Among the structures that can be found in the Greater Rim, Elsewhere now includes several old Imperial forts for the player to explore. Built in previous eras, they stand atop heights or in difficult-to-reach places. If not for recent Khajiit war against Rimonese, these forts would still be manned. Their imposing walls and towers marking the splendor of an ancient past which is now abandoned and ruined, making them perfect for anyone looking for an easily defensible hideout. Near the great city of Rimmon, the tombs of their Akaviri ancestors can be found. Their presence in the region led to the unique Rimonese culture. The city's power can also be seen in its industry and even its highly organized agriculture. There are also several mines, some of those closely guarded, and Rimonese plantations, which will have indebted servants toiling in the fields, powering the Rim's economy. So, what is next for Elsewhere? To accompany the writing of new locations, we are in great need of work on our architecture and furniture sets. In rural regions where exteriors are mostly complete and the interiors of houses available, we need to finish concepting and modeling furniture, starting by larger pieces and moving up to smaller, less essential pieces of clutter. For Rimmon and Riverhold, we have a large selection of incomplete architecture models. Placed in-game, they allow level designers to build the cities, but require more work to look correct. Our city buildings also currently lack interiors, requiring new models before we can create the insides of buildings and think about filling them. We are in need of 3D modelers specialized in architecture to help us complete these sets. We would also welcome the addition of new writers to speed up the completion of our pre-release areas. If you are interested in the province, do apply directly on our website or contact us on our platforms for more information. We appreciate you tuning in for our 2026 showcase. Remember to check out our Words from Elsewhere bulletin for updates, as well as the showcase posts on our social media pages. We do hope you have enjoyed our presentation. Now, we invite you to simply take in the sights of Elsewhere. Warm sands, friend. We hope to meet again at a future ModCon.
What in oblivion is that?
A new hand touches the...
Hey, Arcane Impact. How's your ModCon going? It's getting a bit late in the day, isn't it? You know anywhere that's good for food?
I'm having a great time, thank you. And I do know a little place known as the Spice Isles that we've not been to for a while. So let's welcome the Asroniat team back to Creation ModCon and see what delights wait for us.
Reluyo de Bodimina. Welcome, friends, to another Creation ModCon showcase by our team here at Asroniat, Domain of Lost Unity. Today, our team has some exciting developments to share with you. Come with us on a journey east, across oceans, to the islands of Asroniat, midway between Tamriel and Akavir. Here, turquoise waves give way to white sands, palm trees, and eventually, volcanoes. Where the West's demand for spices fuels extractive commerce through its iron fist. Here we are at what remains of Fort Blademoth. When Uriel V invaded Asroniat, various forts were erected, now largely crumbled as power has been consolidated. Asroniat is no stranger to imperialism, from the Empire today to the Seishi of the First Era. Journeying away from Fort Blademoth, we can find unique flora that dots our landscape, including bioluminescent plants such as this one. Asroniat is planned to feature glowing life all over the island. We are currently on an island in the Low Point region known as Krabanu Bakgang. The landscape here is inspired largely by the Phi Islands of the Phuket province of Thailand, albeit basalt instead of limestone. The often tall islands like Krabanu Bakgang and Apadu Napach offer wonderful vantage points of the distant landscape. Some of the indigenous Esri people prefer more solitary lives, and so they come high up in the hills to escape the sometimes tense politics of the shores and river valleys. Here, we can see a hut inspired by those of the mountain village of Wairebo on the real-world island of Flores in Indonesia. While this region might seem fairly peaceful, sometimes a frightening surprise might wait around the corner. But that is for another time. Esroniet's tropical environment doesn't stop at the shoreline, of course. Let us now take a peek beneath the wave at the coral reefs our team has been working on. Due to the island environment, it's only natural that the various occupying powers engaged in naval warfare in their conquests of Esroniet. But the shallows made invasion by sea extremely dangerous. Dipping beneath the surface, various brilliantly colored corals cover the seafloor. As noted before, the Seishi once occupied Esroniet, and they too arrived via ships, like this one, bound from Akavir to the east. Let us now take a look at the progress of our 2D department. There's even more level design work done than that shown earlier in the showcase. Here, let's show you now our basalt cave tile set as used in Pole's Grotto. course, in addition to the work shown off so far, is also that of our writing team, who has been hard at work writing NPCs. As the sun sets here on Esroniet, so too sets the sun on our team's 2026 Creation ModCon Showcase. We've been hard at work, and our steam is only picking up. We're immensely proud of every one of our departments. We could have never done any of this without the wonderful team of volunteers we have working with us right now. However, we could always use an extra hand. And that's where you come in. If you have the skills and are looking to join, we're recruiting. Most importantly, we need artists, writers, editors, quest implementers, concept artists, level designers, and effects artists. We'd be more than happy to have you on board. If you want to hone your existing skills or learn new ones, visit the Arcane University, and also follow us at the Nern Uncharted Discord server linked at the end of this showcase. There you can keep up with our development and even apply to join us. Finally, join us for our Reddit August 25th to ask questions to our team about our project. Until next time, and thanks for joining us.
What in oblivion is that?
A vision is in place. The dialogue was written, all the necessary assets were implemented. What's missing? The world itself. Level design places all the assets in the world, creating the many houses, cities, dungeons, forests, and deserts that the player may explore. Within the Arcane University, level design is separated into two distinct courses. Interiors, meaning the design of houses and dungeons, as well as exteriors, landscapes, and the outside world. The course will guide you through assignments of increasing complexity and size as you learn the intricacies of level design.
Willkommen, bienvenue, privyat, mirhaban, shalom, and welcome. And here we are again at Creation ModCon, Captain Stu. 6 years. Who could have believed it? And they just get better every year.
I know, Trendane, and our next showcase is proof of that fact as we go deep into the bogs and marshes and find out what's going on in the dark depths of Beyond Skyrim's Argonia.
Hey everyone, so yeah, we missed last year's ModCon showcase, but we had things to do, sorry. But this year, Argonia is back, baby. It's me again, Aaron Maloney, audio lead for the Argonia team. We hope you've been enjoying all the ModCon showcases so far, and we're really excited to finally be able to give you another glimpse into Argonia's development. We got a lot of cool stuff to show you all, but before we do, let's quickly mention who we'll be playing as. In this video, we are Bruise Glory, an Argonian healer and herbalist. We've recently been gathering ingredients near the village of Red Sutri, but now it's time to move on. The border with Cyrodiil isn't that far away. So we just passed through the town of Red Sutri and we are on our way to Cyrodiil through the Terminier Pass on the northwestern edge of Argonia. But from the looks of it, it doesn't seem to be accessible. Let's ask this NPC if they can tell us what happened.
This costs nothing, and yet it seems in such shorts. I suppose I can spare a moment. Just the usual landslide. Nothing out of the ordinary. Especially for this area. The only thing I fail to understand is why I'm the one who has to deal with it. Guess we've all got our own lot in life.
Well, this route is closed. We'll have to head back to Red Sutri and figure out our next move. In the meantime, I'm sure you've noticed that Octavia was voiced by one of the voice actors that joined the Argonia team recently, just like all the other characters you'll hear today. For this video, we aren't messing around with AI voices. This time, we got the real deal. Kind of. Some of these voices are from the actual voice actors portraying the character, some are still placeholder just for this video. Let me repeat that. Some of this is placeholder. Editor, add big text saying placeholder. If you're interested in helping bring any of these characters to life, please visit sarahmcmanusva.com/casting to submit your voice acting samples. In fact, we just opened up the casting call for all human voice types that we currently need. If you're interested in one of the Argonian roles, we'll be casting them later this year, so keep an eye out for future announcements.
I have words for those who are peaceful and claws for those who aren't.
Unlike the villages we featured previously, Red Sutri is a Turnian town. The ancestors of the Turnians were mostly imperial colonists and Lukiel Argonians left behind when the Empire withdrew from Argonia 200 years ago.
I've seen you around before, and it looks like you might have learned a thing or two in your travels. Do you know anything about diseases or healing? My niece Kayla has fallen quite ill with the same sickness that took her mother. She's bedridden under Vesselina's care. She badly needs some help. That's great news! Finally, someone who might know what to do. She hasn't been able to keep a meal down for the last day or so. She has a persistent cough and struggles to breathe. No matter how warm it is or how many blankets we give her, she shivers and complains of the cold. There are also painful sores on her chest. A little help is better than no help at all. When Kayla's mother fell ill like this years ago, we couldn't find anyone to help. Her father Quintius went hunting for a cure and never returned. But I'm sure you'll fare better. I've written down her symptoms. If you show this note to enough healers, perhaps one will know what needs to be done. Just bring whatever ingredients they recommend back here. Our local healer can handle the rest. And please hurry. I don't think Kayla has much time.
Eridna says people are worried their mine's going dry. But why? Who wants a wet mine?
Our best lead is Kyla's missing father. Maybe someone in town knows what happened to him.
Not a clue, and I don't want one. If there's any justice in this world, the man's dead in a bog somewhere. Are we done with this idle chit-chat? Good. Some of us have work to do.
Let's see if anyone in the tavern can give us some information.
Saint Aralor grant me patience. These miners will be the death of me. Can't say that I do. You're not planning on finding him, are you? If you do, tell him he can't have his old job back. It's mine now. I wonder if any of the mines down south are hiring.
Have you ever considered how fish got this high into the mountains? Now that is cloudy water. Something you need? The last time I saw him, he was on the other side of the river near the cave. The next time I looked, he was gone. I would have searched for him, but I won't go near that cave. Too many voices echoing around in there. Restless spirits, probably. Going so soon, Thilpui? Still your waters and stay a while.
We'd love to hang around with our egg sister, but we have a man to find. While we head to the cave, we have some time to discuss the milestones we've reached in the 2 years since our last showcase in 2024. All of the 200 NPCs that are required for our current focus area have been written, edited, and implemented, as have all 288 scenes they participate in and the generic dialogue for the more than 50 voice types these NPCs use. Over 60 quests have been written for the region, and more than 75% have already been implemented. Our writers have also created more than 50 world encounters, over 30 world interactions, and 136 in-game books and flavor texts. While putting the finishing touches on this region's narrative elements, the Argonia writing team has already moved on to their next focus area, starting with NPC and quest outlines. This looks like the cave Ukamish mentioned before. Let's see what we can find inside. Our concept artists have also been putting the finishing touches on our designs for the Turnian culture, as well as the traditional Argonian villages. We've also been working to add some unique details to our ancient Nedic dungeons, and we are finally beginning to work properly on Argonia's famous sandmeres, which we may catch a glimpse of later in this showcase. Our 3D team have been hard at work making hundreds of additional assets, bringing the total number of new 3D elements in Argonia to over 9,000. And with those assets, we've made some great progress on our level design work. 100% of our focus region's dungeons and interiors have had a first pass. As well as that, nav meshing has also been completed for over 700 cells. As cute as these guys are, their bite can be deadly. Maybe you'll find a tamed one somewhere in Argonia who doesn't mind being petted like the good boy he is. Unfortunately, this looks like it could be the remains of Kyla's father, Quintius. Let's have a read of his journal. Maybe there's something in it that can lead us to a cure for Kyla's ailment. What a shame. This man was clearly desperate to save his wife, but something got to him before he could. Here it is. The ingredients we need are swamp lily, marsh deer antlers, and red zathari. We already have marsh deer antlers from our research, so we just need to track down red zathari and swamp lily. It's getting late. Let's head back to the tavern, get a bed for the night, and set out on our travels in the morning. On our way back, let's talk a bit about the audio you've been hearing throughout the video. The Argonia audio team has also been working very hard on creating the various types of audio needed for Argonia over the last 2 years. From creature sounds, biome atmosphere, and sound effects for clutter items like traps and decorations. Around 75% of the atmosphere sounds that make up the various biomes of Argonia have been completed, with work on interior atmosphere, like the cave we were just in, being started recently. I'm sure you've noticed the various music tracks that have been playing throughout the showcase so far. These are all unique to Argonia, created by our talented composers. Let's stop talking for a little bit and let you listen as we return to the tavern. Now that it's morning, let's take a look at the map and plot out our journey to track down these ingredients. Firstly, we need to gather red zathari flowers from the Actiamaiha region due east of Gideon, then make our way back up through the stone forest, as it would be too dangerous to pass through Mirkwood and the southern Anzalil regions, then into Rormasukal, the only region where swamp lilies grow. Kyla may not have long, and she's relying on us. There's no time to waste. Let's get going. Now that we've arrived in Rormasukal, let's see if we can find some swamp lily. Now that we have all 3 ingredients, let's return to Bissaria and give her what she needs to save Kyla.
Ah, you've returned. Just in time. Kayla is getting worse every hour. You've been very helpful, friend. I'll get Vesselina to put these together in a potion, give it a blessing, and give it to Kayla right away. Here, take this for your trouble. You've saved a life, you know? I know Kayla will be very thankful, as am I.
It seems like the people of Red Sutri could use our assistance more around here, so maybe we'll stick around a little longer. Thank you so much for watching our showcase. We hope that this look behind the scenes highlights how far Argonia has come over the last 2 years, and perhaps inspires you to join us on the journey. We are actively recruiting writers, 3D artists, concept artists, sound designers, composers, implementers, and voice actors. If you'd like to help us bring Argonia to life, we would love to review your application. And if you're eager to sharpen your modding skills, join the Arcane University to learn alongside countless creators building the future of Beyond Skyrim. Thanks again for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of ModCon 2026.
What in oblivion is that?
Voice acting and sound design serve to immerse the player and to make the world more believable. Voice actors lend their voices to the many NPCs, and sometimes creatures, to breathe life and personality into them, while sound designers ensure that the world itself comes to life with ambience, soundtracks or sound effects, such as the sound of a sword when it clanks against the wall of a cave. The Arcane University's curriculum has crafted 2 courses specifically for these disciplines. While the voice acting course focuses on acting lessons, the sound design course is more technical, guiding students from the idea to the finished atmospheric piece or sound effect.
Sorry, horse.
It's Ethereum Gorge.
This year, we are happy for you to take a bite out of something a bit different.
That's right, Trendane. Led by developer Galero, they have set out to create a total conversion mod of Skyrim that will drag you into the world of darkness known as Vampire: The Masquerade. It's bloody exciting work, and we're happy to share it with you now. So bring your steaks and your garlic, and prepare to feast your eyes on Vampire: The Masquerade Reawakened.
Hello there, this is Papa Galevich, aka Galero, project lead and main developer for Vampire: The Masquerade Reawakened project, and I'm joined by
Kedron De Leon, also known as Dronicus on Discord, creative director for the same project.
We represent a team of volunteer developers and modders dedicated to World of Darkness modding projects Vampire: The Masquerade Reawakened and Vampire: The Masquerade Chronicles. Our plan is to reinterpret the canonical elements of the Y2K release of Vampire: The Masquerade Redemption as a mod for Skyrim, with the additional plan to recycle the reawakened assets to produce a completely new set of stories called Chronicles, which will expand the player capabilities and be more accurate to old World of Darkness lore.
Our plan is a live service release, which will provide the first quarter of the original Redemption story as it takes place in Prague, ideally followed by a Chronicles release in the same location. This decision has been made to provide the fan base with an earlier release that is faithful to the original and to test the market for the future.
Here we are, still human, in Prague's Four Stacks Inn, just after completing the intro. Notice there is no blood bar. The blue bar is health and green bar is willpower, altered from Skyrim to accommodate Vampire the Masquerade mechanics. Let's open the advancement screen, what was perks in Skyrim, to spend the experience points earned thus far. Feat-based leveling has been replaced by spending raw experience. We have kept the standard World of Darkness attributes array and maintained the original Redemption attribute dependencies for wielding weapons and armor. Additionally, some attributes at higher levels will unlock extra loot, hidden spaces, and concealed items. Abilities that play well in a video game have been developed here, including offensive and defensive abilities as well as stealth. After becoming a vampire, disciplines are also purchased here. Let's spend the experience to purchase a level in melee. To review your character, select Traits from the tab menu to see the list of current values for attributes, inherent traits and disciplines. Though humans limits stop at 5, items and other buffs exist to increase them to as high as 10. Now let's explore Prague.
We have based the narrative on old World of Darkness content as provided in role-playing sourcebooks and related media, and excluding version 5. We have altered the story to adhere more to canonical World of Darkness events and to respect industry IP stakeholders. Because we have volunteers from all over the world, we have chosen to voice the characters still in English, but with more authentic accents that reflect the character's origins, starting with Christoph. We have striven to develop effects that reflect canonical mechanics, including costs for abilities, attributes, and disciplines, now in advancement but was perks in Skyrim, frenzy and other innate vampiric traits, humanity, hunting and its risks, crime and the masquerade, and Elysium, where no combat or discipline use is allowed. Abilities and discipline powers were also deemed ineffective for video game play and have been replaced with alternative powers that focused on fun while remaining thematically true.
Ah, a smeezy. Now I may replace my war-weary armor.
Christoph has been tasked with the destruction of a source of evil that plagues the city from the nearby silver mines. He is on the hunt for more information on that evil.
Hail, good Sir Blacksmith. I am Christoph of the Knights of St. John, and I seek to replace armor lost in battle.
Well met, Sir Knight. I be Jaromir Borislav, and the roof over our heads be blessed to share hospitality's air. I fear some time be in store for your foes, to be sure. What unfortunate soul be drawing the ire of such a holy servant?
I seek to slay the demons in the silver mines to the east.
Your demeanor do betray your injury. If ye be seeking to uproot the infestation in the silver mines, you'll be needing extra protection.
The protection of the Lord suffices. I need no more than that.
Oh, why be ye wearing armor now? And your sword says ye expecting more than handshakes in the depths. Nay, I be speaking of gypsy charms, young man.
Where shall I find such gypsy charms?
Swear upon your sword that ye will keep her from harm.
I promise.
Hie ye over to the Golden Lane. Within eyesight of the gate, you'll see an apothecary's shop. Tell her I sent ye, and you'll find somewhat to aid ye directly. The Lord protect ye, boy.
We strive to make the combat more dynamic and deadly, less reliant on resource but preparation. Only 100 points of health, no instant healing. A fight may end swiftly, decisively, and not always successfully.
Some creatures and effects deliver disease and poison to our hero. Sleeping in your haven or imbibing vaccines and antidotes will abate these effects. Likewise, a variety of potions and scrolls, including holy water, can be found or purchased to heal you and your coterie, or to help combat your enemies.
Hmm? Yes?
What can I do for you?
The shop of the gypsy witch. Dare I enter such a place?
Hello, young one. What be it ye desired?
I desire only to bring the Lord's justice to the evil that has befallen this city. I would know of the devils that rule the night in Prague.
Blood-sucking undead is what they be. Vampire they be called. Risen from the dead to lurk in caves and crypts away from the light of day, which do burn them fiercely. As with most creatures, the bane of fire will serve you well. A sight and stench ye shan't soon forget.
Then perhaps I shall show them the glory of the breaking dawn before dealing them their final mercy.
Your steel alone be not enough to vanquish these enemies, lest ye separate the heads from their undying bodies. And they care not for your implements of faith, having abandoned their souls in exchange for cursed immortality. May your deity watch over ye. Ye do well to find a warm hearth indoors after sundown. That what stalks the streets after dark be just pawns on the chessboard that is Prague.
I shall send all such wickedness back to hell.
We are nearing the silver mines infested by the vampire.
These guards still hold their ore. The diggers have fled this place in haste, and the fiends have not seen fit to continue such honest labor.
The odor of freshly mined earth is laden with the foul stench of death. What mystery lies moldering here? This poor soul died without a wound, save a bit of blood at the throat.
With thee!
Notice that the weapon I'm wielding has two edges to it. Some weapons can be used in two grips, swapping speed for damage and vice versa, and behaving differently in each mode. Looks like we have a tougher fight on our hands. Let's use a little true faith help.
To the abyss with thee!
Looks like we've found the source of evil in the mines.
Blasphemy! Let the builders of this mockery of a holy cathedral show their wicked faces! Out! Blasphemous wretch! Taste the steel of righteousness!
Let's move slightly into the future.
As a vampire, Kristoff's body consumes the blood inside it, called vitae, to survive. As this supply dwindles, he must hunt for more. This is an act best done in secret, as mortals fear vampires, and will hunt them down if their presence is too obvious. Other risks of hunting for blood include anemic victims who die at the first prick, and the possibility of becoming a plague carrier, spreading fatal disease each time Kristoff drinks. It has been said that the core of Vampire the Masquerade is the downward spiral of one's humanity along a hierarchy of sins. These include acts of lying, theft, injury, and killing, and later, diablerie. Performing one of these when Kristoff is at a higher rating runs the risk of humanity loss. If his humanity reaches 1, he succumbs to the beast, and the game ends.
Wilhelm is one of Kristoff's coterie members, united in common goals in the Eternal Night. Set the coterie's stances to be aggressive, defensive, or neutral, or recall them to Kristoff. You can also swap control and play from the perspective of any of your coterie members, returning at your leisure. You may advance your coterie by purchasing attributes and disciplines for them to better aid you in your endeavors.
To the abyss with thee! Never should have come here!
Some creatures, magical effects and weapons, supernatural claws and fangs, and naturally occurring sources like fire and sunlight deliver aggravated damage, which is much harder to heal than weapon damage. Resting in your haven will heal aggravated damage. If Kristoff sustains severe damage or becomes low on vitae, or both, he risks losing control of his inner beast and allowing it to run rampant to sate its desires. This is frenzy. It can result in unpredictable outcomes as the beast seeks to heal or sate its thirst. A low humanity rating drops the threshold of frenzy when injured or thirsty. It can also be a violation of the masquerade, exposing your vampiric nature to mortal society.
Let's wind the clock a couple of centuries. We are in London. It is the year 1999, shortly after Kristoff awoke 800 years later.
Come, I haven't got all day.
A high perception score can reveal otherwise hidden spaces or objects. If you purchase it in abundance, be on the lookout for telltale signs of hidden objects.
Beating in public, obvious discipline use, and frenzy can result in violating the age-old tradition of the masquerade, hiding from mortals lest they rise up and slay all vampires. If your masquerade score drops too low, hunters will become aware of your existence and will seek to end it. The lower the masquerade rating goes, the stronger the presence of hunters.
Attacking others in public will result in a criminal violation. If you commit such a crime, the authorities will try to slay you. You must then defeat them or flee and hide until they give up searching. In the Dark Ages, eluding guards is much simpler than the SWAT and helicopter drop teams that enforce the law in modern night. I believe we stirred the pot a bit too much. We should make a getaway. We'll use the Mask of a Thousand Faces discipline to vamoose out of here in disguise. The tube, just what we needed. Enough of this charade. Let's turn back. It is the New Year's Eve in the New York City, just a couple of weeks later. Let's walk into town. We are fortunate to be able to demo a gunplay mod by modder Declined Dawn. This mod animates the use of guns in a much more believable fashion, including recoil, shell ejection when appropriate, and reloading animations. Because the mod is not yet complete, we cannot promise its inclusion in our project, but we are optimistic about its inclusion. I think we've warmed the place up. Better get inside. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of Vampire the Masquerade Reawakened, and after 5 years of development, we hope you'll be able to play it soon.
What in oblivion is that?
Game writing or narrative design is the foundation of all larger modding projects. From lore and world-building documents to NPC dialogue, in-game literature, and larger quest lines, it needs writers to create something that every other department will constantly reference and use. As you make your way through the Arcane University's writing curriculum, you will learn how to write engaging dialogue and immersive stories using Google Docs, all the while receiving feedback from both the writing teachers as well as your peers to become a more confident and competent writer.
What an incredible day so far. Professor Boondoggle, surely a learned man such as yourself would agree with that.
Couldn't agree more, Scott, but there's still plenty more to come. And next, we once again return to the Beyond Skyrim team to see just what is going on in Morrowind in the 4th era. Let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to Beyond Skyrim Morrowind Showcase for Creation ModCon 2026. Today, we'll finally be showing some of our first voiced quest content for our pre-release The New North. After trekking across the Pilgrim's Road, all the way from Balsurma, we're finally approaching the town of Dagenfell. Dagenfell has shut down its harbour and is not letting any ships in. Let's see if we can speak to one of the locals and find out more.
God, what, another colonist? Look, if you're wanting iron to fit your house, you'll have to pay like any other. I'm no grey-skinned contractor here. You deaf stranger? You want iron, you got to pay for it. Clean coin. None of that requisition nonsense. Ah, well, this is a bit embarrassing. Oh, Olfikar, son of Yarin, son of Olfikar. My da thought his boy should grow up with a strong name. And who's stronger than his own da? So what are you here for, if not my iron? Well, I heard Badwater might have something for you types. I've never been one for gossip. No. My hammer arms rested long enough. Got to get back to the iron.
In the 4th era, Dagenfell has a deeply entrenched divide between the local Norns, whose ancestors survived the Red Year, and the Redoran, who have recently begun to resettle the island. The Redoran hold legal claim over the territory, and is maintaining a fragile peace, for now. With our priority claims out of the way, our 3D department has been hard at work polishing and adding new assets to make the world feel more unique. Our improved Dagenfell house kit and the bedding edge you saw just outside the bulwark are some recent examples of this. since Ulfigr wasn't much help. Maybe someone at the docks can tell us what's happening.
Captain Falan, surely you realize that having our harbor closed off is detrimental to both of our occupations? Is there no way to open ship access? Even a little?
Until that tower stops spilling its muck into the water, my hands are tied. No ships are getting in or out of Dagon Fell. Besides, delayed shipments look better than lost shipments. Or lost ships for that matter. When it's clear, I'll let you know.
All right. But please, get this sorted out soon, Captain. I hesitate to think what the councillors might say if this continues.
Now that the crowd is dispersing, we have a chance to ask the guard captain what's going on.
Mind yourself. I don't tolerate troublemakers. That's the short of it, Outlander. This place has been empty for as long as anyone can remember. But it started pouring some kind of slag into the harbor recently. I've sent 2 guards to try to shut it down, but they never came back. That's right. And I told everyone to keep their distance as well. These fumes could make an Indril stop holding his nose high. I've got a man on the cliff to wave away any ships trying to dock. That slag ate through 2 fishing boats already. I won't lose more to it. If you want to help, fine. But don't go getting yourself killed, all right? Tell the guard I said you could go in. Report back to me once you're done. We have to do something soon before all the fish around here go belly up. And there's no telling what those fumes will do to the townsfolk if we keep breathing them.
The guard captain has tasked us with investigating the Dwemer Tower over Charnay. Once known to the locals as the Vacant Tower. We're heading there next. As you've heard, we're finally starting to get the bulk of voice acting in-game. So far, 2 voice types have been implemented in-game, while several more are in the process of getting cut up and processed. A total of 9 voice actors have completed their first round of recording, while 18 more voice actors have had their samples approved and are currently recording their lines, leaving 6 more roles left to be cast.
Hold it, Sarah. The tower's off limits. Something inside is causing it to spill slag into the harbour. We've already lost 2 guardsmen in there trying to stop it. Until this mess is sorted, no one else is going in without Captain Fallon's say-so. He should be in town if you want to lend a hand. He finally found someone foolish enough to go back in there? Well, let me get the door for you then. The captain had me take out one of the cogs, so the lever doesn't work for anyone but me. Just give me a moment to pop that back in. And there, done. Don't take too long. If you're not out soon, I'll assume the same thing that happened to the others happened to you, and seal this place off again.
While finalizing the dungeons in the New North, we quickly realized there was something missing: puzzles and traps. Concepting and adding these into our dungeons have resulted in big improvements to how the dungeons play. The flow of steam is an important part of how these Dwemer ruins function. Sometimes you'll have opportunities to disrupt, stop, or redirect the flow of steam to gain an advantage in a fight or find extra loot.
Then I'll have the old again. It's a lot of them. They have no right to take what is mine. I will do against them or my belongings. Lord, my soul, to the Bible side, Lord, and the timber fountain. Then I'll have you again. I taught them everything I know, and this is how they reason to me. I was too generous before. This time, I'll take what I think.
Wind spells can interact with steam too. That's all the time we have for Morrowind today. We'll keep the rest of the quest a surprise. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the rest of Creation ModCon 2026.
What in oblivion is that?
Well, this sucks.
So, Magicka addict, where did you actually get your qualification from to be addicted to Magicka? Is it just a clever name or something? Do you smoke it? Do you put it in a pipe?
What a silly question, Mickey. I went to the Mages Guild, of course. The one in Cyrodiil. Talking of Cyrodiil, let's go to the Beyond Skyrim team once again and catch up with their Cyrodiil project and see what's happening in the Heartlands.
Hello, and welcome back to Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil. For the past 5 years, we've been proud to be part of Creation ModCon, where we've been able to show you the progress we've made on our project. This year is no different. Today, we'll be offering you a look at where we are in the development process, along with an exclusive look at some quest gameplay. During our showcase today, keep in mind that our Cyrodiil will not always resemble the one that you might remember from Oblivion. Our goal is to explore a Cyrodiil set 200 years after the Oblivion Crisis, during the time that Skyrim takes place. With that said, let's begin by looking at the progress we've made recently, and what's still to come. As we mentioned in our last dev diary, many of our departments have now shifted their focus to the Nibelheim region. With a number of new claims in Colovia having been completed since then, this is more the case now than ever. Out of these claims, 124 of 155 quests and miscellaneous tasks, 662 NPCs, and 45 out of 47 settlements have all been implemented and passed to our quality assurance team. Additionally, the Gold Coast and Colovian Highlands, which have been fully landscaped for some time now, have begun the nav meshing process, which is what allows NPCs to move around the landscape. Despite being the larger half of the province, we believe that work on Nibelheim will be significantly faster than it was on Colovia. This is due to the fact that we've already made good progress throughout Nibelheim, giving us a strong foundation to build from. Of the 161 total quests and miscellaneous tasks in the region, 55 have already been implemented. Additionally, 212 NPCs and 21 of 52 settlements are also at this stage. Keep in mind that these stats exclude the Imperial City, as well as Bruma, the latter of which makes up our pre-release, which you can already download and play. As more of the Colovia team becomes free to work on Nibelheim, we're hopeful that progress will continue at a great pace. As we move on to Nibelheim, proper representation of Nibelheimese culture has been an exciting challenge to tackle. While the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion gave us an unforgettable journey into Cyrodiil, that game presented Imperial culture as a monolith, one which leaned heavily on medieval European tropes. This meant that they missed the more mystical, occult side of Nibene, present in Elder Scrolls lore. This has given us an opportunity to represent the diverse culture of the Nibonese people in a way that better aligns with that lore. To demonstrate the depth of the Nibonese culture that we're trying to convey, we have previously shown off the settlements of Cadlu and Mothlite. Today, we're excited to now show you the settlement of Water's Edge, as the team drives full speed towards the grand city of Leowin. This town lies on Water's Edge, where Black Forest lies as gate and hedge, sanctuary from the wild. In Oblivion, Water's Edge was a small village of just 3 houses. Those of you who played the Fighters Guild questline will remember the massacre committed in the village by the Blackwood Company. In the years following the massacre, the village grew into a small town, benefiting from then independent Bravil and Leowin fighting one another during the Storm Crown Interregnum, as the town served as a neutral haven for trade. Unfortunately for them, the town declined in both relevance and population after the Medes took power in the Empire, reuniting the 2 cities. Despite this, the town, now under the leadership of Janessa Merowald, a distant relative of Aelwyn Merowald from Oblivion, remains home to a fair number of residents, though not everyone is satisfied with the state of affairs in the town.
Allow me just one more moment of your time. I promise that setting up shop here in Water's Edge is more lucrative than it may at first appear.
Face the facts, Janessa. Water's Edge's days as a mercantile hub are long gone. Despite the wishes of their residents, Leowin and Bravil are not going to become independent again anytime soon.
This place is nothing but the rest stop for eccentrics and recluses.
It's almost a joke that it's called Water's Edge, considering how dried up it's become. Rumors of Renrira Kryn attacking your own don't help the matter. I feel as if we are risking our lives just by standing around here.
Elias's parents were an exceptional case. I'll have you know.
Elias. Didn't you mention that the boy is also missing?
Enough. I understand you enjoy leading your little hovel here with pride, but we don't have time for it anymore. Good day to you.
It seems like the traveling merchants are also not very impressed by the state of the town nowadays. Modern Water's Edge provides respite to weary travelers as they haul their wares between Bravil and Leowin. The flavor of this respite is bathed in eccentricity, as is exemplified by the local inn, the Doting Goat. For those seeking heartier fare, the restaurant, the Niben Emerald, serves a variety of dishes, including its signature sauteed snapper, prepared by Imperial chef Vasilius Brasser. As you walk through Water's Edge's quiet streets, you'll notice its residents are as diverse racially as they are culturally and spiritually. Nibonese numinosity in action. Recently, though, this town in particular has become home to a number of eccentrics and recluses. The College of Whispers Cynosure in town is home to many of these individuals, as it is the Guild's official headquarters. The secluded location and low population of the town make it an ideal place for the college to practice necromancy and conjuration away from prying eyes. Now that we're here at the Cynosure, let's venture into the courtyard, where it sounds like someone is in distress.
Oh, stop! Please, stop! It hurts!
By the gods! Someone help my husband! Marcin, what's wrong? What's happening?
Hold on. Here.
Renna, what happened?
You should be fine now.
Though I can't say what it was I just dispelled. Some sort of curse, I would guess.
Curse? My husband is cursed. I demand you do something about this.
I'll begin looking into it immediately, Mom. Rest assured.
Curse? Ysira. That damn innkeeper did this, didn't she?
A curse? We'd best help out before this spreads.
I sense a magic aura permeating the area. Presumably it has something to do with the incident with the townsfolk. Strange. You saw that, did you? It's hard to believe, but after examining him, my best conclusion is that his blood was boiling. Yes. It sounds strange, but I examined some of his blood, and there's evidence of heat and vapor. Paired with his described symptoms, it most certainly seems this was the case. All I have for now are questions and theories. I suppose an experienced mage might have the ability to craft such a curse, and hide his or her presence after. Then again, it could be the spirit of the Culling Halls. Oh, old Nibonese ruins styled after the Akaviri. Supposedly home to some local myth the people here mention from time to time. I mean, the report I read on him did mention the victims of the spirit, Nurimar Vindictus, showing similar symptoms. And, like Marcin, they were all Colovians. While it seems unlikely, perhaps someone should investigate the Culling Halls, just to be sure. You wouldn't be interested in such a task, would you? Not far from here. The existence of such mage tunnels was one of the reasons for the construction of this cynosure, you know. However, this underground manor has not been entered in some time. You'll have to find the entrance yourself. The report I mentioned reading is called The Report on the Settlement of Water's Edge. I suggest reading the report. It should be here in the cynosure somewhere. Thanks for the assistance in this matter. Rest assured it will be rewarded.
A curse, a spirit, and ancient culling halls. It sounds like it requires some further investigation. A report on the Cynosure's founding, it seems. This Nurimar Vindictus is said to be a battle mage from the Second Era. There are seemingly some magical energies northeast of the Cynosure. That could be a good lead. This report also mentioned an old phrase to unlock something. Interesting. Let's have a look around some more. Ah, the two townspeople are still around. Maybe they have more clues.
Witches, murders, and now curses? I forgot that the college had better do something about all this. I just know this is Ysira's fault. Well, I've had this feeling like a shadow has been following me, and not mine. It's hard to describe. Brenna and I were actually on our way to the Mage College to ask for their advice when I was inflicted with that. Whatever it was. It does seem to be a bit of a coincidence, I admit. But Brenna has friends in the college. I trust this wasn't their doing. This is all Ysira's doing. That witch. I'll prove it somehow. Are you serious? Just look at her. Stop by her so-called inn. She doesn't even try to hide her witchcraft. And I've seen her. She sneaks out into the swamp at night when she thinks no one is looking to do gods know what. If you are looking into this curse, find the cat's journal. I've seen her writing in it. I'm sure you'll find proof of her involvement inside.
Marcin seems very convinced that Ysera is to blame. Maybe we should go speak with her at the inn, to see if his suspicions hold any merit.
Respect the law, respect yourself.
No, not this one. She would never. Ah, leave this place. You will not intimidate Ysera in her own home.
Another curse? Who was she speaking with?
Oh, just that filthy Legion officer. Fa! Thinks he can just waltz into this one's own business and threaten Ysera. She will not have it. Javaska will not have it. This is her home. No one will evict her without good reason. You should check your eyes, silly one. Of course he was here. Ysera was speaking to him. But where are her manners? Please, how can Ysera help you today? Curse? You mean all the excitement at the Imperial College? That was no curse. Didn't the nice wizards tell you? Well, Ysera has experience with such things. Her mother taught her much of spirits and curses. A curse needs some form of localized contact to be inflicted, either through touch, a spell, or an empowered artifact to channel the magicka. No, this was a form of older, wild magic. Ysera believes it may be connected with the shrine west of here. Ysera often spends time there as it is a place of calm and sanctity. If you are investigating it, Ysera would suggest starting there.
A curious individual, isn't she? Though it doesn't seem like she's responsible for the curse. Let's go find that shrine. It should be further up this road, towards a Khajiiti town called Border Watch. Thank the gods for the Imperial roads. This jungle is quite thick. What was that? Or even the Spriggans cursed? Here we are. Maybe that phrase from earlier will help here. That seems to be Ysera's journal. It confirms that she was looking into this curse. Nothing seems suspicious, though, unlike what Marcin was expecting. Aka Meshuthu, Kathlat Shindu. Well, it seems some local spirits are helping us. Let's see where they lead us. An old Akaviri ruin. This must be the culling halls. So they exist after all. Seems there's a magical mechanism to cross this chasm. Well, a puzzle a day keeps the wraiths away. There must be some more of those braziers to light somewhere around here. This brazier seems to be locked. Ah, pull chain. That should... Oh, careful, there's a trap. That's 2 braziers lit, 1 to follow. That should hopefully be all of them. Let's take a look at the puzzle again. Finally across. Now let's find the source of that curse.
Welcome to my home, trespasser. I have seen you, felt your every movement on the surface. You wish to unravel my work. Is this so? Incredible what centuries of stored magic can accomplish, is it not? Then you are no better than a Colovian. Every drop of their blood I spill is nothing compared to the tragedies they wrought upon my family. Unfortunately for you, I find meddlers almost as distasteful as I find Colovians. You'll do fine to satiate my rage, I think.
Lich escaped. It wants to finish what it started. That doesn't sound good. We'd better follow it, wherever it went. What a fight! Fortunately, we were able to save Marcin.
Thank you. I was wrong to treat you with suspicion before.
This one is pleased that the blind Imperial has finally opened his eyes.
All right. Don't let it go to your head now. Was that real? I feel like I just stepped out of a dream. By the gods. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I am in your debt. Ysirus too. Even if I am embarrassed to admit it. I don't know why that monster hated Colovians so, but I'm just thankful it's dead now. Please, accept this reward. It was my father's. Be safe, my friend.
We hope you enjoyed this look at just one of the many quests in Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil. We're actively searching for new members to join our team. If you'd like to get involved in our project by helping us create new Ayleid ruins, implementing the final parts of Colovia, nav-meshing the Gold Coast, playtesting Anvil, or many other exciting things, then we invite you to follow the link below to apply to join us. If you'd like to help, but you don't yet have the skills to do so, follow the link, also in the description, to the Arcane University to hone your craft. It's been an honor to be here at Creation ModCon, and we hope you equally enjoy the showcases put on by all the other projects this year. Thank you for watching. Be sure to keep an eye on our social media accounts, where we'll go over the details of a fairly substantial update to Beyond Skyrim Bruma that will be coming your way soon. Until then, the rest of Creation ModCon awaits.
So that is day one of Creation ModCon done and dusted. And we would like to thank all of the teams for their showcases, and all of you viewers for watching. This doesn't happen without you.
Absolutely, Renara. And tomorrow looks like it will be full of excitement and reveals too, plus our charity incentive stream, which is always a lot of fun, and we will be raising money for cancer research, an extremely worthy cause.
So with that being said, make sure to rejoin us tomorrow for Creation ModCon 2026 Day 2.